We are starting to piece together the whole story. We got confirmation from Titus and his crew that they did not kill our victim. Dead body. And now we have to confront Klaasje about what happened when he was shot and killed in front of her. Does she have reason to believe that the shooter was aiming for her and accidentally shot our guy? Oh, what's this?
Wait, stop.
Wait, stop.
That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42.
Ah, it's what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Where is this going, visual calculus?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder?
Pretty sure we're fine.
You could ask either one of them.
Kim, how old do you think I am?
Huh?
How old do I look?
How old? 58.
Oh my god, that's really old. Really?
You asked.
What if you're wrong? We were both wrong about the deceased. He turned out to be like 40.
42. And he was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
The ravages of Al Ghul are nearly as extreme as that of death itself, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
There's silence. Then a little more.
Sure, you're 42.
Hey!
Let's go.
Yes!
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
I don't want to think about this anymore.
Okay. Seek not the truth. Cower in barbarism. You 58-year-old man-child.
42! That was probably the best thought in the world.
Good to see you.
Oh, is it, you little flirter? The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched. Her feet long and straight.
Chill, I'm the cool cop, remember?
I'm sorry for wasting your time. I should have known that you'd find out.
Yeah.
Why did you waste our time then?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me out of the shit I'd gotten into.
That's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
Oh, I was just thinking that my character didn't have empathy like Klaasje did, but I was right, apparently. She also doesn't have empathy.
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Okay.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again.
Oh, right. She said the moral intern, or someone said the moral intern was out to get her. Titus said that or something.
Where the cold oceanic expanse lies, and behind it, another world.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
Oh, what's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill.
The moral intern mill.
Well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
It didn't, huh? Alright, what happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position.
Oh, God.
He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
See the bullet?
A great pain moves through her. A dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
I knew he was dead before he fell down on top of me.
As if you could be so lucky. Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on.
Like me.
It fit the pillow, not to scream. Then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her sides.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Your cigarette, miss.
Oh.
That's a motherfucker.
Yeah. It was a real motherfucker.
She immediately lights another cigarette.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Does that time actually add up? Was our guy hanged at like 1-ish?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off. Much more than usual.
Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head. Get into his mindset.
Electrochemistry, I do believe you're correct.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
What did you do then?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little.
I'm so confused that she says she was trapped and stuck in her room. Why would she be stuck in her room? All right.
He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
So what did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What could it be?
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
Was this related to that folder we found in the union office?
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Loosdoen County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Looscop conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Looscop and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
The MI, is that Maura Lintern? Why would that be Maura Lintern? MI. Yeah, I'm sure there are people who've done much worse than that.
Sure. I'm not a war criminal, but it was bad. People lost their jobs. Good people, too, not just C-suite.
So it could be any number of people that hold a grudge against you.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
All right. Well, when it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
So we thinking maybe it was shot from quite far away.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
And what happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby is our mystery girl, I think.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader. Klaasje, you're just giving up all the gold.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys? Ruby? The Ruby Boys?
The Hardy Boys.
Thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
That doesn't sound like a truck driver to me.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not?
Okay, the 8th Hardy Boy. Let's go. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told.
Clever girl.
She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
Right.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Clever.
Yes.
Huh.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
Oops. I don't know.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
I honestly have no idea what we missed. I really needed the game to help me out here. All right, and then what'd you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times.
That's not that hard.
It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
And this Ruby, where is she now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
Ooh, maybe Titus can tell me. I'll make him.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Do you think the people after you killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone.
You really stopped that charade. You're standing like right where the bullet would have gone in the window, right?
So they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Yeah, probably didn't.
Or, I don't know anything anymore. All I do is wait here.
For death?
We can't go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kim.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Are they that clever? All right, why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
The answer comes fast.
Which is an indicator of truth.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
That little fucker.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
All right, pull yourself together, miss. Come on.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
And when was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
Hang on, Angus is Titus's brother?
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
Yeah, in her bedroom inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Alright, think we're done here.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here?
I don't know, in God's name, wake up!
But we are awake, sire. She has been forthcoming with sordid details women usually conceal. Most shocking details of the sexual kind. We are a bulwark, unbreached.
Yep, sure.
If you have doubts, just give us one example of deceit. Just one, and we will gladly change our minds.
Yeah, I got nothing. You're right, wise counsel. It is silly of me to imply she's lied.
Gosh, she's so young, isn't she? She would look spectacular in a starring role.
Sure.
Be careful not to look too long into a soon-to-be famous face, lest it make you look like an indecisive suitor.
Wise words.
It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least for now.
Sure, I don't know any of this. Let's return to this later. Goodbye, my dear. Let's go look at the window.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Yes, this is the window that was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
What happened here?
A vague sense of disappointment fills you. The glass shimmers as if taunting you with its secrets.
This is bullshit. Bullshit window.
It is. We are beating our heads against this. Let's go do something more useful.
Absolutely. I love failing a check and then just ignoring it. Being like, who cares? I don't care. I'm sure if it's important, we'll come back to it at some point. All right, back to Titus, man. This whole morning has just been Titus. What's her name? Titus. Klaasje. I remembered her name after I said what's her name.
What is it?
I honestly forget. I'm just thinking like we were supposed to tell you something. Right. Ruby! We need to talk about Ruby.
Why?
She's, let's see. Let's find the most funny thing to say. I've seen her in a laudanum-induced delirium. The paranormal instinct whispers her name into my ear.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this. Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
I'm not gonna... What?
And fuck you too, moral
He throws a glance at Titus as the last syllable leaves his lips. The big guy sighs. She's like, should I not have said...
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
Let's present a solid theory about why Ruby could have done it. These are white checks, right? How do I... Oh, yeah, it says this is a white check.
Nothing is happening. The pieces are there, but they remain unconnected.
No, we can do this.
Sorry, you're not coming up with anything. Again, the pieces are there. She could have done it. Somehow. Something else. Walla walla bing bang. It's just not coming together.
Walla Walla Bing Bang?
I don't know what it means, but it felt like the most appropriate thing to say. That's what the witch doctor would say, at least. Still nothing, but that's okay. This doesn't have to turn into some kind of meltdown. You're just a cop, taking your time to present a theory.
Sure.
Let's look at this as a learning experience. What are the components you need to implicate Ruby? His wife left him. He needs to kill himself. Make her sorry she did.
What? Hang on. What? What? This game can be so confusing at times. I am so confused by this pain threshold. But, you know, I have a philosophy that I've been adhering to in this game, and that is if I get a successful skill check, I listen to it, and I try to use it. And I guess I will use this this threshold check and say, my wife left me and I'm completely alone.
I don't know.
Me neither. Oh, that's the response. Think we could fuck off now? And then Kim's like, you'll be surprised. And then my response to all that is, my wife left me and I'm completely alone.
That's sad, man. But why are you squinting like that? Looks to me like he's about to get aggressive.
Maybe I will.
No. That's his concentration phase.
Alright, I shouldn't have said that. I just wanted to hear the components of the theory.
Here you go. Access to the roof, weapon, and motive. That's not too hard. And here is what you can do to make it even easier. Come on, guys.
Everyone help me out!
Hey, did someone say something already? No? Yes? Who cares? Upstairs in Klaasje's bedroom, the window the bullet came through. Analyze that.
Okay, so that's what I should do if I want to solve this case.
There's a spooky building west of this. Take a flashlight with you. Search the basement. There are secrets, magisterial, ancient secrets that may assist you.
Cool. Somewhere to the southwest of the canal, west here, is probably where they shot her from. Although, my theory is, I guess the theory is that Ruby killed him. Okay. Here's what I think I would conclude if I had a good logic. I would conclude that Ruby had that key to the workshop. That's why it was outside the union box. She's the only one who knew about it. She used that key to go up, spy on Klaasje and the victim, and then she shot him. Klaasje knows that she shot him and is covering for her because Klaasje likes Ruby. And I guess that's it. And I don't know what the spooky building has to do with it. Maybe motive, yeah, right? Because the components are access to the roof, which Ruby has. The maybe the weapon and the motive are across the canal.
You could crack Klaasje's last defenses.
Right.
Maybe she'll tell you something helpful.
Yeah, none of this is going to happen, guys. I have no volition. I have no inland empire. I have no visual calculus. If that is required to beat the game, I'm afraid I will sleep in the dumpster again just to end it.
It's that simple.
It's that simple. Logic. I can't do the things you're asking me to do. It's not that simple.
Unless we have more business, we should.
Say, hard to remember with your brain in overload. But have you smoked lately? A cigarette may help you.
I did just smoke, but apparently I need to smoke again.
Yes. Huff and puff and blow this case wide open.
Not right now, though. I'd have to put a skill point in, too, right? Smoking doesn't help with that. I'm going to take off now, Titus. I'll come back when I have a solid theory. I think that white check might open if we get like a story +1 to the check. Let's go get 10 cents. The tomatoes are so thinly sliced you can see through them. Well done, chef.
The man ponders his cooking utensils.
Never mind. All right. Make Titus give up Ruby's location. Yeah. So I need to get the logic check there. Well, let's see if we can open the canal. It's got to be time. Oh, and also that thought should be ending, right? We have just 11 minutes left. Cool. I'm guessing we can make 11 minutes pass fairly easily. All we have to do is... Can I just do this? Oh yeah, the thing's gone. Let's lower the
A
canal.
couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque.
Let's pull the lever up.
You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then, the water lock starts moving.
Why was I the one that had to do that? There was a guy standing there all day yesterday and all day the day before, I think.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked. Not
This
with
is-
everything that's going on.
This is where we need to go, Kim.
Focus
Didn't you hear?
on one thing. Achieve it, then the next, he thinks. That's the task chain.
The task chain is to go find Ruby's location, which is clearly across here. I guess, yeah, there is, like, not a really good task. Oh, the 2 signatures. That's what we need. So we walk across here? Interesting. Wow. Cool. Let's get some money, at least. What's this thing? The radio relay hums with electricity. What's down here? Oh, we can... Explore, baby! Wow, okay. How do I explore here? Like, what's the logical way to get through here? You can't walk through the fence, of course. What's this telling me? The sign says no entry. Someone scribbled an inverted star above it. I don't know what that is. What are these bricks? Oh, hello. Oh, well, hello there, magnesium. Thank you. Do I not have the bag? No, because I had to smoke and I couldn't do it with a bag equipped. All right, and this is a pry bar kind of thing. Do I want to pry bar it? Yeah. Well, hello there, Jamrock Biker Cop Sonnies. For when I need some empathy, right? Did I see that that's what it gave me? Yeah. For taking your Harmel Roo Supersonic out for a ride on the streets of Jamrock, where your heart is buried. How do they look? Pretty good. I like my shades of self-destruction, though. Whew. Okay, Kim. Come on, where's the thought? We need to waste some more time. Cool. I guess we're just exploring. Ooh, what's this? A creaking ahead, a broken axle grinding. The car! It's the car! Is it Ruby's car, maybe? Gas can? Banged up fuel canister? Ooh, expensive. What's in here?
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible.
This is where the tracks on the plaza were leading to.
It appears to be so.
Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
Run your hand over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it.
What's the make of this MC? Can I see a logo?
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out. But you do see a monkfish float by.
Delightful. How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Auspicious timing. What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
How long will it take for the low tide to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede. That'll get us the...
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent.
Wow. What a game. It's just letting me wait.
The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so.
Oh, this could be fun.
Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Is the red check done? Is the red check done? I think it is not... Or not the red check, is the thought. I think the thought is not done yet, so we're going to definitely fail this, right? Hold on, it looks very blue.
Yes, it does.
What's your favorite blue thing?
Let me think about it.
Whatever, we'll whistle a tune.
Spit flies from your mouth to your moustache, your chest, the ground before you. No sound, though.
Delightful.
The lieutenant must think it's rather funny. He smiles and quickly turns away.
I'd like to see you try in this bloody wind. Yes, the wind's fault.
With his lips puckered, the lieutenant lets out a beautiful melodic trill that puts even the insulindic thrush to shame. You hear the sound echo on the large body of water. Clouds race across the spring sky, and suddenly you just feel better about everything.
Thank you, Kim.
The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
This is nice, man.
Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches?
Well, historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker.
I wanted to talk about that.
Sunset keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
Do you think I'll ever find my gun?
God, I hope so.
Been thinking, if I put enough time into eating right and exercising, I could turn myself into a living weapon. Then I wouldn't even need a gun.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
I hate guessing. District something? A precinct? Something municipal? Wait.
A precinct? Yes. A police precinct. Precinct 41. Your precinct.
I don't know. What?
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, Harry. Oh, God, Harry. What did you do?
Nothing? Wasn't me?
No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
No.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
No, I mean, seriously, it's just a coincidence, Kim.
The lieutenant just shakes his head.
Oh my God, it's mine! I drove my car into the sea!
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Maybe I was in the pursuit of someone.
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Probably. Try definitely.
Yeah. Well, at least I can see what's in there now. Always look on
Yes.
the bright
Let's go take a look.
side of life. All right, let's get this thought, and then we'll investigate my car in the next episode. And this is the Precarious World. How do we get victory? We win. Everyone's focused on winning, but why aren't there so many victors? Something like that. Whatever the problem is, something like that.
The Precarious World. How not to lose. It is impossible not to. The world is balanced on the edge of a knife. It's a game of frayed nerves. You're pushed on by numbers and punitive measures, pain, rejection, and unpaid bills. You can either play, or you can crawl under a boat and waste away. Turn into salt, or a flock of seagulls. Your enemies would love that. Or you can fight. The only way to load the dice is to keep on fighting.
Keep on fighting, all right. Critical success and failure thresholds lowered by 1. So if we roll an 11 or a 12, that counts as critical success. And if we count it as 1 or 2, that counts as a critical failure? Or is the failure threshold now impossible? Like, even if we roll a 0, or even if we roll a 1, it won't matter. Huh. That could be pretty cool. We might be able to get some unlikely white checks and red checks and stuff, right? Because if it's an otherwise impossible check, I would have a 3% chance of getting it. Just from the critical success. But now it would be an 8% chance. It triples my my chance of succeeding the impossible checks. Cool. Okay. Well, that's cool. I'm really looking forward to getting into my car's trunk. Maybe the gun's in... No, the gun's not in there. Maybe Ruby got my gun from the pawn shop. That seems fairly likely, right? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out next time. Until then, y'all take care.